So what do you know, you're getting a new vlog! Mainly because I'm just too lazy to offer you an actual decent video. But also because I actually wanted to do this, and I decided that if my last vlog would hit 150 views, then I would do this one. And it has 51 by now, so I am doing a new vlog, and the next one will be up when I get 100 views on this one. Or if I feel like I really just want to have a look at what's been going on in my life right now. The animation thing that I was going to do for the student TV, I didn't because they didn't want it. They ended up deciding that it wasn't in the end at all what they wanted. If you're not sure what am I talking about, then you really have to check out my first vlog. Sorry. This is just a trick to get you to watch the first one. But yeah. I went to an interview with actual foreign students, and the interview itself was a lot of fun and was kind of like a cool experience. And afterwards I get to go to the main producer's house because they needed the voiceover for the news piece, a voiceover by me, so I got to go to the producer's house and visit him and hang with some people who were really nice. And I was actually really happy that things turned out the way they did, because I also took a casting to a news anchor spot in student TV and wanted to be their news anchor, and of course I told everyone I'm never going to get it, and I didn't think I would get it. I thought they were only gonna choose 2 people, or 3. They chose 6. And I still didn't get it, which isn't too surprising because I really messed up at the casting. I'm gonna share all the students' TV stuff that they do in YouTube with you as well. It's mainly in Estonian, but they are going to do subtitling for foreign students. And I was asked if I could do the subtitling because apparently my English is really good. And I was so happy that they asked because I was really flattered. What else is there? I got a coat for Irene, as it turned out. I didn't really need to buy anything. My mom has a coat which is almost perfect, and I think I'll work with that. We might do something with it, or we might not do something at all. It's a bit too big for me, but it is supposed to be a bit too big as it's supposed to be a guy's coat. On another topic, I saw Fifth Estate this morning. I am so happy. It was a great movie. Benedict Cumberbatch. I'm really surprised that he has become my favorite actor, because I have never really had a favorite actor. Like, if someone asks, I'm always like, and I'm not really too into actors. I like a lot of movies, but I don't always get a favorite actor. So if someone asks, I've been telling Rowan Atkinson a lot, because he has been my favorite actor since I was like 5 years old, so I think I will always say that he is one of my favorites, because I loved Mr. Bean since I was little, and I've always thought that he was hilarious. And I do have some of my favorite Estonian actors, like well, there's loads. There's Ivo Utkivi and Peter Oja, and just many of the names you have never heard of. It was a brilliant movie for me as a journalist. It was a lot as a journalist, wannabe, whatever you want to call me. There was a lot of things for me to think over, and it was completely the right topic for me, and the design of the movie was great. I'm one of these people who hates it when people see a movie and then they're like, oh, the backgrounds and the scenery was so beautiful, and I'm just like, you don't see the movie for the scenery, you see it for the plot. But the plot was great, but also the design was great. Not even the special effects. How should I tell you? I should probably show you, but the way the text is. If you've seen Sherlock, actually, and this is interesting because Benedict Cumberbatch is in both of them, but if you've seen Sherlock, then it has some really stylish twists and camera angles, and it just, everything about it screams classy, and this movie has this very similar classiness to it. And I think it was very good. I think the plot was very good. I think it had some wonderful thoughts. There were some quotes for Oscar Wilde, and some thoughts about the truth and how it is. And I also watched some interviews with Benedict later, just one actually, and it's just great, and he's a brilliant actor. I did love the soundtracks of the movie as well, and I think I might use some for the videos that I might make. I'm not promising anything, and this is about all of my work. I'm terribly lazy. I have things to do. I have lots of things to do. As for the Sherlock fanfiction, I do hope I'm not taking as long as the first season is taking on. It's coming up. Yeah, that would be a joke. I'll try to do it before one of the Anyways, yeah. Speaking of series that are taking loads to come out, Winx Club is seeming to try to challenge the Sherlock fandom by just dragging each episode longer and longer to come out, which I think is really bad that they don't have a consistency that it comes up every week, because Winx Club is a series. It can't be taken like mini movies like Sherlock can be taken, and they should come out every week. Although I was surprised how fast season 6 came out after season 5, but it just lacks consistency. Now they're coming up in November, although the second episode was going to come out a week after the first one, and the first one's been out since the beginning of October or something like that. I did like it. It holds a lot more potential than season 5 did, but I do also think, like, it seems like it has more, but I do also think that when I watched season 5, I watched all the previews, like this preview, for example.
The Winx travel to the planet of Melody in search of the gem of empathy. Musa's loving memories of her mother lead them closer to finding the hidden gem. But when monster Tritanus places a curse on Musa, their mission and the Winx are in serious jeopardy.
And then I was like, oh my gosh, it's this character's home planet. This is going to be awesome. And I actually watched the series, and it was fast-paced. There was no plot. There was some plot, but it was just too fast-paced. It wasn't layered. It wasn't interesting. It was interesting, but it just lacked in every possible aspect. It wasn't thorough enough. Maybe this is because I've started to watch Doctor Who and Sherlock, which are these series that have really long episodes, so the time to play everything out. But maybe this is just that I'm expecting way too much from Winx Club as a kid series, but I do feel like it was a lot better back when I was 10 years old, and this isn't just because I had poor judgment when I was 10 years old. This was because it was better. And it still is better. Although by now I'm growing tired of these episodes because I've seen them. Maybe I've seen some of them like literally 100 times. This is it. I hope this was a good vlog, and I will get something done, and I love you all, and I'll see you in 100 views.